Hi everyone, this is June from Finance Bread Channel. I'm going to share with you stories about John. This guy John, he really want to reach his financial goal and he like to travel a lot. He's a teacher, but he lived like paycheck to paycheck. Recently, he started to watch a lot of financial videos about budgeting. So I kind of want to share with you how I create a budget for uh, for myself and for friends and for John, and hopefully it will help you to reach your financial goal. Okay, before we continue, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel and watch more of this content so you could reach your financial goals. Hi everyone, so I'm going to share with you how we create a budget for him, for this guy John, and hopefully you will learn tips. Okay, the income, he has two sources of income. Income one is a salary. He has about $6,000. So we will project it to the next 6 months, the next 5 months here. And he also has a rental income in Florida. He will copy and paste to the next 5 months. Okay, so his total income is about 7,500. And we're also going to categorize his expenses. He has like basically fixed expenses and also variable expenses and pay yourself expenses. First, we're going to lay out all the fixed expenses to make sure he meet his needs first. Those are important. Mortgage, 1,500. Those are the type. Make sure we create a type. A column that's what is the type of expenses is house. So type in house. Okay. 1,500 a month. So you copy and paste for the next 5 months. Utility is also another type of house expenses. We spend about 180, which is a little low here, but that's just 180. So here. Okay, and home insurance, another house expenses, 150. So we have a small house. And student loan, he still has student loan to pay. Type of expenses is loan, 150. Okay. And then car loan repayment is a type of expenses is loan. You spend about $350 a month. Same thing with healthcare insurance, $200 a month. Yeah, the number here is on the low side. And the pay yourself, I'm suggesting to put the pay yourself expenses immediately after the fixed expenses. Because if you don't, it's kind of hard to save money, set aside money for your goals. For example, he told me that he's going to go to Hawaii 6 months later, like in July. So he need about $6,000 for the trip. So he need to save $1,000 a month for the next 6 months to reach his goal. And he also want to invest, which is really good because it will put aside $500 a month. See, a lot of people that when they do their budget, they kind of like, oh, I use the leftover money to invest. That way, it's it's always pay yourself first. That way, you would make sure you set aside enough money to reach your financial goal or your life goal. And that's the experience you learn. Okay, and after that is all put those variable expenses, discretional expenses in. For example, groceries, $400. Yeah, food is getting expensive. Okay. $400 a month. for himself. Transportation, he has to drive to New York sometimes, $300 a month. Okay. Car maintenance, gas, also another type of transportation expense, $100 a month. Okay, dining out, and which belong to entertainment, he spent $150 a month. Other entertainment like gathering with friends, $100 a month. Movie, comedy shows, or entertainment, $200 a month. He has a lot of entertainment expenses. Loan, installment, and there's only one more expenses, that house expense, 100 a month. We have it here. Okay, so the leftover savings, we use a formula. Basically, it's total income minus all those expenses. You do a sum formula here. You sum up the total income, which is this two, and then minus the sum of all those fixed expenses, pay yourself expenses, and discretionary expenses. So he has about $2,120 left. Okay, so now you kind of want to do some analysis on the budget. And the loan, you could, the beauty of this budget is like when you categorize it in different type, you could take a quick snapshot of each type of expenses, what is their total, and you could track it. For example, loan, you could say loan here, you want to find out what is the total you spent in January. Okay, so you would do a sum if formula. You want to, okay, this formula tells you I want to pick up all the type of expenses that belong to loan in column B, because column B is the lay out what type of expenses those are. So you say loan, make sure type it in right, loan, and then January, all the January budgeted amount is in column C, so you want to pick up column C. Okay, ooh, why it doesn't pick up? Let's see. Oh, I got it. Look. So be careful with that. When you type in the expenses, see we categorize the expenses as loan and not as loans. So when we do the formula, make sure we spell it right. So if I get rid of the S, it should pick up. Yep. So the total loan is $500. That's a lot. Entertainment, for example, we want to find out about February, how much entertainment we spend. Okay, we just sum if, okay. Column D is the column that lay out all the expenses in February for February. So you want to make sure, okay, and column C, not column C, column D, pick up column D. But what kind of expenses? We need entertainment. Okay, so We do entertainment. Okay. And then we want to sum up. Okay. We want to sum up entertainment, which is column B. It's the type. And the amount is in actually column D, right? February is in column D. Okay. So, wow, that's a lot of money. 1,450, definitely need to cut down there in that category. And house expense, for example, you want to find out what is your expenses in March. Okay, so you do the sum if again. The type of expense you want to look into is house. And so you want to go into column B. And then you say house. This has to be the same, spelling and same type of category as what you list out in column B. If you say houses and you hear in column B, you said the type of expense is house, it's not going to pick it up. So be careful with that. So house, and then you want to make sure you want to see March, how much you spend on house, how much you budget for houses. So March is in expenses in column E. So you go to column E and then you close the bracket. Okay, so all the houses, all the expenses related to house is, wow, it's 1,930. Okay, so looking at this, you definitely need to cut down the entertainment. That's a lot of money there. All right, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel so you could watch more of these budget tips. Thank you for watching.